So, as you've seen, we are engraving the steering wheel. I don't know how I didn't think of this months ago when I was doing the wheels. But a quick backstory is a couple of months ago at the Old School New School show in Longford, I met a guy named Martin Coyle from up in the north. I'm not sure where in the north, so apologies Marty if you see this. I don't remember where you said exactly you were from. But we were talking about the car, and we were talking about engraving and talking about lowriders, and he was looking at the wheels and stuff like that, and he mentioned about engraving the steering wheel, and just like something out of a cartoon, a light bulb went off in my head, and I was like, how did I never think to do that? It's such a cool idea. So I've been thinking about it for the last couple of months, to tell you the truth, and I wasn't entirely sure how I was going to do it, because there's not a lot of material on the steering wheel itself, like on the spokes. It's a 3-spoke wheel and there's not a huge amount of space on it. So, but I think I've come up with a solution, so we'll see what happens, I guess. Okay, so as you've just seen there, we've got the design onto the wheel. I just ended up putting masking tape on the spokes and just drawing it on in pencil, then going over finalising it in pen, because to be honest I didn't have a thin enough marker to do it straight onto the spokes of the steering wheel like I did with the wheels. So I'll show you what we've come up with. It's kind of basic, but we'll tidy it up as I'm doing it, if that makes sense. So as you can see, like I said, masking tape up the spokes and draw it on with pencil, went over it in pen. I'll probably leave like a couple of mil edge just on the steering wheel, so there's a nice clean edge there, and then I'll start my engraving. So as I said, we're kind of chopping it and changing it as I do it. As you can see, this side and this side are flipped versions of each other, and then I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do in the middle. I might change that up as I go, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to set up my Dremel, my little workstation, and a couple of lights. I'm hoping that I can use the Dremel and not like tear the paper to shit, but if it tears it up, it tears it up. But I guess there's one way to find out. Okay, I got the steering wheel off. I hate taking the steering wheel off that thing, because I hate these, these little hex heads, kind of, I don't know what you would even call them. Like they're so easy to potentially just ruin and round them off. So if anyone knows where you would get some of those that are, are specific for steering wheels, countersunk, and only a small little shank on them or whatever, stick some comments on that, let me know, because I wouldn't mind having a ass load of spares, because I hate taking those off. So anyway, I think next thing is I'm gonna trim the excess tape off this and kind of try to tidy it up a bit. Right, so as you can see, we're all set up. I've screwed the steering wheel to a block of wood, set it up at an angle. I get the feeling I might take it back out of there and be kind of manipulating it by hand as I'm going, but let's stick on some time lapse and see how it goes. First go, we did the bottom. Have a look. Pretty good. The masking tape, as you saw, it just kind of tore up, but it didn't, you know, get in the way or anything. I was using a slightly bigger piece or tip or spear, or I don't know, whatever you call it, arbor I think is what it's called, for it, so it was a little bit kind of jumpy around, and I don't think I was going fast enough. If I remember when I was doing the wheels, I had it wound right the way up to 11. So yeah, I'm not sure, I completely forgot about the name there, so I kind of screwed up that a little bit, but overall I think it looks fine. I know you've got, let me get that glare out of the way. Yeah, you can see it there, it's pretty sweet. So I think by the time, same as I did the wheels, you know, put some dots and stuff in there to fill up the kind of background a little bit up around there, you know, and all around there. I think it'll be pretty sweet. So I think we're gonna stick the headphones back on and keep going.